Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again with another reaction. Today, guys, we are starting a brand new show, of course, for Patreon and then YouTube a little bit later. The Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes. Now, I was forewarned ahead of time that Disney Plus does not have these episodes correctly in order when they were released. Like, they have them in a different order entirely. Because I was looking on the Wikipedia, I have it pulled up here because the first episode is Iron Man is Born. And on Disney Plus here, they have some two-parter thing opening up. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go in the order of release of them. So I'm going to go in that order instead of the Disney Plus release where they have other stuff ahead of Iron Man. Because Iron Man is Born is the third episode on Disney Plus, not the first one, even though it was released first. This is pretty exciting. I'm really excited to get into the show. I've heard that this is a way better show than the one that preceded it afterwards, where the new Avengers show that took place after these two seasons goes in the more of the MCU direction, and people are saying the quality is definitely not there compared to this. So this show won over the list of others, and I'm excited because I'm a huge Marvel fan. I'm excited to see this show. I've heard, like I said, so much about it, so I'm definitely excited to get into it. And with Iron Man is Born, I'm excited to see. I guess it'll be focused on Iron Man, maybe other characters. I'm not really sure, but I don't know. Maybe because I see here too, the coming of the Hulk, and then the Man in the Ant Hill. So it's kind of like, I guess, setting up some of the major players in individual episodes, I guess, before they kind of come together. Or maybe it's more of like backstory, I guess, kind of setting them up. I'm not really sure, but I'm excited to get into it. So here we go, guys. The very first episode of the Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes, Iron Man is Born. Let's get into it and see what this episode's all about. Let's go. What the hell? I was wondering, was that with him? I'm guessing it was.
Iron Man. That just makes my point for me. SHIELD should be fighting giant robots, not you.
SHIELD, okay.
They're not the bad guys, Tony, and they need your help. What about the Hulkbuster unit? Even if you won't build weapons for SHIELD, you can still help them take out that monster. I am not listening to Rhodey anymore. La la la.
For someone who makes their living off of technology, you should try answering your phone. I've been calling you for the last 20 minutes.
Oh, because you miss me so much.
Because
well,
Hydra just attacked the United Nations.
What?
This is happening right now.
Jesus.
Where's SHIELD?
40 minutes out.
Jarvis, fire it up. Very good, sir. Initiating the Mark 6.
I like how it's got its own unique distinction from the MCU, but still bits and pieces. You can definitely tell this Tony Stark was inspired by Robert Downey Jr.'s performance, but it's not beholden to that per se.
I'll be 10 minutes, 15 minutes max. Trust me.
Well, let's see if you actually will be, because I don't know. Jesus Christ, I think it's massive. Jesus.
Timber.
Just like that and it's done?
It's all heavily on, sir.
And they're not firing at all. They're just like,
Jarvis, activate external speakers.
just looking. Damn. A little bit of a delay. That's okay. Something the Hulk would do. Lift the car up like that.
Jarvis? Armor power down to 32%. Recommend recharging.
Recommend recharging. Holy crap.
Designation Iron Man.
Nick Fury? Yeah.
Update.
The helicarrier is roughly 5 minutes out at this speed. Our local SHIELD units are under attack and unable to respond.
And I'm guessing he's not having a good time right now. No. Damn.
Jarvis, talk to me.
Well, see, you're saying he's having issues with this, yet he took down the giant robot. Pretty much with nothing.
Alert. New contact.
God damn.
Hydra Dreadnought-class robots, but have been upgraded with repulsor tech weapons. It's my tech. Hydra's using my technology against
I'm
me.
not surprised. So, we're learning that Hydra has somehow infiltrated is using Stark tech against him.
I'm sure he's going to be fine, Pepper.
Well,
That armor, it's
he's having an issue,
I'm
a
not
couple.
worried about the armor, Rhodey. I just don't understand why he has to do it alone.
Well, not for long. Eventually, the Avengers are going to come together. I mean, it's the goddamn intro, and we know. Now that's pretty smart. Should have thought of that sooner, but it's okay. Wait, what? Who was that? Now that's smart. Wow. Damn. But who was the Hydra agent that shot the other one? Someone undercover? Stand down, okay.
Your orders, sir.
I'm not in the mood for this.
You'll need to come with us, Iron Man.
I don't think so.
Unibeam power is at 52%. Are derived from stock industries technology.
Of course it is.
It's a nice armor you got there. Who's your tailor?
Director Fury, Iron Man just scanned the Mandroid armor. Why would he do that?
Call them back. Tell the mandroids to stand down.
Damn. That did a number on everybody around.
Good. I need to borrow that. You stole my tech.
Tony Stark, step away from Director Fury now.
No.
You are under arrest.
Save the United Nations from Hydra while we were on a wild goose chase. So, stand down.
Sounds like they have a hard time
Use
listening
my
to him.
inventions to make war machines.
Come on, Stark. You've been
War
selling
machines.
us weapons and technology for years.
Those Mandroids will save lives, Stark. That's what S.H.I.E.L.D. does. And when you withhold resources from us, you're just giving the advantage to groups like Hydra.
You are not getting this, are you? Weapons don't solve problems. They only make problems worse. Do you
Really?
want to go down this road, Fury?
Those agents don't listen to Nick Fury a lot. Like, they finally stood down after he kept saying it, but they're like, don't you get any closer, Iron Man. He's trying to leave.
I know you guys are always there for me, but against this, who's gonna help me?
The Avengers.
Designed by Tony Stark until he decided to stop working on S.H.I.E.L.D. projects.
Okay. I remember that.
Current high-profile occupants include Crimson Dynamo, Technovore, MODOK,
And Hydra's boss.
No need to panic, everyone. I've got a note from my doctor.
Oh, shit.
Your questions
Okay.
amuse me, Nicholas.
Nicholas.
Pleasure, as always. We're done here. Just a spring parent struggle.
I mean, it makes sense why they did all this planning and why they got captured.
Hail Hydra.
Oh. That's not good. Oh my god, what? Oh my god.
You're gonna
Interesting. Interesting. Jesus.
That's it. Run. Rock. Ooh.
Oh, damn. Oh, okay, they didn't kill him.
This place, the Cube, the big house. Are all the supervillain prisons like this?
No. All four are different.
4? I thought there were only 3.
Well, there you go. Damn. Well, there you have it, guys. The very first episode of Earth's Mightiest Heroes, the Avengers. Iron Man is born. Now, I don't know why, but I was expecting maybe they'd go in the direction of maybe kind of setting up why he became Iron Man, because Iron Man is born. But it's really just about Iron Man taking on Hydra and then some S.H.I.E.L.D. stuff with Nick Fury and seeing how they're not working together and how it's kind of a little awkward, you know, because it's just like they're not working together because Iron Man at one point was working on S.H.I.E.L.D. projects and now he no longer does that. And he goes up against Hydra. He saves the day in a sense before S.H.I.E.L.D. even gets there. And then when they do, they're like, you're coming into custody with us, Iron Man. He's like, no, I'm not. And so And then he figures out both Hydra and S.H.I.E.L.D. are using his tech. Now, S.H.I.E.L.D. makes more sense than Hydra because he actually worked on S.H.I.E.L.D. projects. But they're making their own versions of Iron Man suits. Basically, it's what they were doing. Because I thought for a second he was starting to scan the S.H.I.E.L.D. Bots or whatever they called. They had a name. I don't remember. There was people inside. I'm like, oh crap, they're making Iron Man. Like they're making versions of Iron Man suits. But with the Hydra, they were just robots, and they're using Stark tech. And then he makes a point. Hydra infiltrated S.H.I.E.L.D. and they have my tech now, so he's not happy at all. If it was kind of weird seeing how S.H.I.E.L.D. with all those people in the helicarrier, when Iron Man goes up there to confront Nick Fury, of course, they were going to arrest him. And Nick Fury said, stand down. Took them a minute, but they finally stood down. But then Iron Man's just trying to leave, and they're like raising their guns at him, and Nick Fury's like, no, stop. Like, we're not going to arrest him. They finally listened. And interestingly, this is interesting, because I want to dump into this because we're talking about Nick Fury. We get introduced to Nick Fury. Definitely looks younger. They found a way to make him older within this episode. So we get introduced to him, and then he goes up against Grim Reaper, which I don't remember that character from the comics, but he's pretty badass here, trying to break out the leader of Hydra, Von Strucker. I know he has a longer name than that, but stick with Strucker or whatever. Strucker freaking goes at some other S.H.I.E.L.D. agent and drains him of his essence, his life, and he becomes younger. He's an old, decrepit man. He grabs onto Fury's face, and then you see the white in the hair. Like, whoa. That is a pretty interesting way to do that, because now he looks more and more familiar. I like how, and I was mentioning this in reaction, I want to mention it again. Out of the characters we were introduced to within this episode, and then we saw the intro, so we also saw the character models for the other characters. They have kind of similar, but also too, it's like the comic book, look of the characters. But some similarities, some bits to the MCU, but it's like the MCU would mostly, for the most part, do comic book accurate suits, for the most part with some iterations and changes. But in this, it's kind of like that, but, they're following more of the comic books and they're going their own direction with it. I think that all the character designs are pretty interesting, pretty good. And I think Maria Hill out of all of them, because the shorter hair is a vast change in terms of what you think of Maria Hill. Colby Smolder from within the MCU is Maria Hill. So, but I like what they did here. I like how they had some story of like, here's Iron Man, and here's Hydra, giant fucking octopus motherfucker comes out of the water, goes after the United Nations. It was United Nations. Yeah, Iron Man saves the world leaders from a Hydra attack on the United Nations. Okay, I was reading the Wikipedia here from the first episode. So yeah, so there's that. It turns out this is part of a micro series. A micro series? Huh. Oh, then season 1. Oh wait a minute. Micro series, because the 5.5 minute micro episodes created from footage of season 1 episodes premiered online. Oh, okay. Well, still, I did it right, because Iron Man is Born is still... Oh, okay. Iron Man is Born... I need to look at season 1, but I'm still... Okay, I'm just not figuring this out, but the first episode is still right. Okay. Okay. Because the micro series is bits and pieces of episodes combined into one when it goes to season 1. This makes more sense. Okay. So I want to follow this, I think. The original air date's all changed up and shit. God damn, how am I gonna follow this? Because the air date's all over the place. Holy crap. I'll figure this out. Maybe you guys can help me in terms of what order exactly, but I went with, luckily, Iron Man is Born is the first episode of season 1. It was the original first episode of the show, it seems, that aired. So I think I'm right on that, but I might need your help, guys, with past this point. But I'll make sure to let you guys know. But anyways, overall, like the introduction of the fact that it's Iron Man, Hydra, we have S.H.I.E.L.D., we go to the vault, we see other characters, MODOK, and then we have this breakout situation where Grim Reaper, this character, tries to break out Von Strucker. So I think they might have done that to kind of set up the fact that Strucker is probably going to eventually get out, I'm guessing. And Hydra might be a major player because they were within the very first episodes. I'm guessing they might be a major player within the show, or at least this season. But I like what they did here. I like the fact that it just jumped right into it. I was kind of expecting more of a setup in a sense of that, well, here's Iron Man, here's some backstory of why, but we know kind of ish what the events are that leads him to becoming Iron Man. But let's see from their interpretation what they were going to do. But they didn't do that, but it's fine. Maybe we'll get that at some point, but who knows. Yeah, I mean, what else is there to say? I'm digging it. I'm curious to see where we go from here. Because now, with Iron Man, I'm curious because the next episode I'm seeing here, because see, like the premiere date is all over the place. Because the premiere date, the very next episode is Breakout Part 1 and Breakout Part 2, and then it would jump into Hulk versus the World. But like, yeah, you guys gotta help me out with this for sure. So hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. Overall, pretty solid episode of the start here. I'm excited to jump in to see more. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll talk to you guys soon.